So I was recently featured in the Economic Times, which is one of the biggest business news papers and magazines in the world, and the number one business magazine in India. And I was featured about how I got into every job that I applied for. And I have a very simple strategy that I think a lot of people underestimate that helped me to basically get every job I wanted to get. And it's very simple. It's basically doing a little bit above the bare minimum. I think that most people, unfortunately, do the bare minimum. I know it's probably a controversial, I'm sorry, I'm not a native English speaker, but it's probably like a controversial opinion or like something to say, but most people do the bare minimum when they look for a job. They don't go the extra mile. And the thing is that if you actually do a little bit above the bare minimum, you would get a lot of jobs that you would probably not get otherwise. And doing a little bit over the bare minimum can differ and be different between jobs. But for example, in my situation, I was asked to create post examples for a social media position that I was applying for, and instead of doing that, I created a full social media strategy with post examples, with mock-ups, and I filmed the whole thing in like a Loom presentation, kind of presenting myself, pitching the strategy. So this was how I did that, but I know other people are just messaging directly to the hiring managers with like audits and different stuff. So obviously it depends on the position that you're applying for, the company. If it's a startup, if it's a corporate, it can change, but most people underestimate what doing a little bit above the bare minimum actually gets you. And since most people don't do anything, they just do the bare minimum that is required, if you just do a little bit more, then you will be surprised of the amazing results that you can get.